Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are heading to GATORLAND in Orlando, Florida. GATORLAND, if you don't know what it is, it's an amusement attraction place where you get to see gators. You might be able to see gators somewhere in Florida in certain parts, but this is a location where you go and there's a guarantee that you're going to see a gator. They also have some other animals that we'll definitely show you, so let's go. We really enjoyed GATORLAND. GATORLAND was awesome. Some of their higher things that I really enjoyed was the shows. The shows were phenomenal. They're very funny. They really embrace that kind of redneck feeling or country feeling. And I think the shows were very informative. They definitely tell you a lot about the alligators that are there or crocodiles, and they are funny while they're doing that, and it's very, very kid friendly. I definitely say they cater more towards kids than adults. There are a few other things that you can do that we didn't do. They have a zip line. The main zip line I think was $65, and it takes about an hour and a half, and you zip line all around the park, which is really neat. And part of the zip line you go over are the breeding grounds where the gators are, and there's some other things that you go over with it that have gators in it. So I definitely think that was a really neat idea. We just weren't feeling it to go on the zip line. I will definitely head back, and I'll have to take video of that and show you the zip line. They also have like an off-roading adventure that you can do. The off-roading adventure, it looks really cool, and there's 3 different ones that you can do that have different stories to them. Again, we didn't do that. We weren't really feeling up to it that day, but that's something I'd definitely love to head back and try and show y'all. The things that we did do is there is a package that you could buy that allows you to take a picture with a gator while you're on top of it. You could feed the gators turkey dogs, which was really cool, and then it gives you an all-day pass for the train. The train has 2 stops. There's one in the middle of the park, and then there's one off. If you're looking at the map of it, it's off to the right, and it pretty much takes you all the way around. And that was a really neat thing. You get to see portions of the park that you might not see while you're walking around. And if you want to get to the other section of the park, hop on the train, you're there, and it was pretty cool. As of feeding the gators, they give you a bunch of turkey dogs. And the turkey dogs, you would throw them into the water, and you can feed any of the turkeys except for their really big gator, which is behind like a plexiglass. You can't feed him, but you could feed pretty much any other gator that's in the park. The gators, some of them seem interested in the food, some of them didn't. They might be really well fed with everybody probably buying the same thing or buying, I think it was $5 for a thing of turkey dogs. But it was neat to watch them. Some of them eat. The rest of the food was pretty much taken by the birds, which was pretty funny. But the whole package was pretty neat. I think it was, I want to say it was $30-something. The reason I don't know the exact amount was because me, my wife, and my friend, we were all military. This was the really neat portion. To get into GATORLAND, for military personnel, at least at that time, it was free. We would have paid nothing just to get into the park. Because we chose that package deal, it ended up being only like $11, which to me, that was a steal. I mean, to be honest, any portion of the cost that you pay to get into this place, it's not expensive as it is to get into the park. It's definitely worth the money. You're not paying a lot to get in. So I definitely think as a price point, it's very affordable, family friendly, and it's definitely worth the price. So we covered the costs, we covered the attractions. There was a water park for the kids. They have different animals to be like cheetahs. They have tortoises, which you can feed. They have, of course, gators, crocodiles, and I'm trying to remember a few other ones that they have, but there's a wide variety of animals that you can see. They also have the train as an attraction. They had this really cool thing. It was pretty much a walking path it's like a long dock that goes all the way around, and that dock goes through swamps. And it was really neat and kind of just really peaceful and relaxing just to walk through. I can imagine it being kind of miserable on a really hot day. When we went, it was overcast and kind of cold and rainy. So to me, that was a perfect day just to walk around and enjoy the park. Some of the animals weren't out at certain portions because they didn't want to be in the rain, which I don't blame them. But that's just kind of a word of warning that not all animals might not be out when you come. You'll definitely see gators because they're everywhere. Tortoises you'll definitely see, but like I can't remember if it was like cougars or something like that. Some of those were not out because of the rain. They were in their enclosures. So just a word of warning with that. So as a food, we didn't eat any of the food. They did have one, I wouldn't say it's a restaurant, it's like a quick service area where you can grab food and go sit at a table. They had different options over there. We chose not to eat that day because we already had plans to go to Benihana later that day. But none of the food seemed like it was very high quality. You're looking at hot dogs, hamburgers, stuff like that. Kind of like fair food, which is not bad. It's just not something that we were wanting that day because we had reservations. And so once we finished that, we headed over to Benihana's and we ate. But like I said, overall, Gatorland was amazing. I absolutely loved it. I definitely want to show you more of Gatorland, maybe at another time. But I definitely love that I get to show you this portion, especially of a park that's been in my life for as long as I can remember. Gatorland's been around for a long time. It's definitely a cheaper option if you don't want to head to Disney and pay a ton of money. Because I'll tell you a little secret: Disney's not that cheap. So if you didn't know that, there you go. I let the cat out of the bag. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed Gatorland. So what do you think of Gatorland?
I enjoy it. Definitely good for little kids, or if you've never seen an alligator or crocodile before.
Was it your first time?
No, we've gone before, so I've been there twice now.
What do you think of the attractions?
So, in terms of shows, I think they're really cute. Again, it's more geared towards kids. You can pay to not be on top of the alligator. I think depends on your weight, and I think the kids can be completely on their back, but for the adults it looks more like they have to put their knee on the ground so you can hover, so you can get a picture of that. And then you can get a picture holding a baby alligator and a snake. You can feed a bunch of the different animals. They had a little cow, they have goats, they have emus that you can buy a little feed, and then they have birds. You can go feed some birds too. And then, of course, the big thing, you get, I think they're like turkey dogs, and you can feed the alligators. They are kind of stupid. You can throw it right in front of them, and they'll miss. So, good luck being able to feed them sometimes. I feel like it's a 50-50 shot with feeding the alligators that they actually get the food in their mouths.
Definitely check them out if you come down to Florida, come down to the Orlando area. They're not too far from Disney. And so, yeah, that was it. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel with the notifications on, and that way you don't miss out on any of the theme park fun. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.